We're continuing our Saturday series all about running ads to books. Last week we covered how to run Amazon ads. But today I wanted to dive a little deeper and show you how to manage your Amazon ads. So stick around. Hey Write Writers, Keith Wheeler here, and if you want to continue to get all the hints, tips, and tricks on how to make self-publishing easier, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. Smash your little bell icon right there so you can get alerted every time I put out new content. So again, last week I showed you how to create Amazon ads. But what now? What do I do with these ads once they're live? So I wanted to show you how to actually manage your Amazon ads and your keywords. Now, in the interest of time, this is not going to be a full deep dive into everything Amazon ads, but I will show you how to manage your ads. So let's get started. Well, here we are in advertising.amazon.com. I've logged into my account. As you can see right now, I have most of my accounts are actually paused. I do have one open right now. And this one I wanted to show you because I'm going to be honest, this ACOS is nowhere near what I like. Most of my ACOS are pretty good. This one, not so much. So right now it's at 138%, and I like to keep mine obviously as low as possible, but definitely below 50%, ideally below 35%. In a previous video I did, I showed you a deep dive on how to understand your numbers, so I'm not going to go too in depth on that, but I did want to go over a few. So here's your impressions. Your impressions are how many times your ad has been seen. Now you don't get charged for impressions, so you want it to be seen as often as possible. Clicks, right here, clicks, that's when you actually pay. You pay on a per click basis. So what I like the ratio to be is for every 1,000 impressions, I want to get at least one click. So as you can see, this one right here, this is getting a way better click-through rate than that. Let's see, 196 into 55,000, that's like roughly 280. So that means I'm getting a click for every 280 impressions, which is really, really good. My overall cost per click is only 4 cents. I've paid a total of $8.30. The problem is I've only sold basically one book. That's why my ACOS is so high. If you're not getting a lot of impressions, then that typically means either your cost per click is too low, you don't have adequate keywords, or your book cover or your copy isn't enticing people to actually click on your ad. When someone clicks, they actually are going to your Amazon sales page for that book. So if you have clicks but not a lot of sales, then that means there's something on your Amazon sales page for that book that's turning them off. That's telling them this book isn't for them. So it could be your book description, which a lot of times that's what the issue is. You know, either it's not enticing them to click to buy, or there's something they're reading in there that's making them think that it's not the book they thought it was based on the copy that they read. That's what you do when you have clicks but not a lot of sales, or maybe no sales, is you really want to look at your look inside feature as well as your book description. Those are usually your key issues. Now, another thing I like to check is my actual keywords themselves. I want to make sure that the keywords that I have are being profitable. So what you do is you click on your campaign, and I'm going to click on targeting. As you can see, I have some keywords already turned off because they weren't being profitable. So let me scroll down over a little bit so we can get more information. Now, when you first log in, you may not be seeing the same columns I am. You just go to columns right here, click the drop down, click on custom columns, and turn on the columns that you want to see. I always want to see my impressions, my clicks, my spend, my cost per click, my total sales, and my ACOS. What I will typically do is I'm going to sort by clicks. Just click on it and it'll sort. Click on it again, it'll sort the other way. So the keywords that are getting the most clicks, remember, clicks are what I'm paying for. The ones that get the most clicks, that's what I want to see. Because if they're not converting, I really need to see if that particular keyword is relevant to my book. Because if someone is putting in this search, they're seeing my ad and they think it's what they want, but then when they get to my sales page, they find out it's not what they want. I've just paid for somebody that is never going to convert. So this is one of the biggest things that I do is I go through, I check. As you can see, this one, I got 24 clicks and no sales. I turned that one off. Now, I usually will wait until I have about 1,000 impressions before I make decisions when it comes to my keywords, but it really depends on how much it's costing me. What I like to see as far as clicks are concerned is for every 10 clicks, I like to see one sale. Hopefully better than that. So as you can see, this one is not being very productive at all. I mean, 24 clicks hasn't made a sale. So I turned that one off. Same thing for this one, I turned that one off. This one I probably should turn off as well. And it's literally just click. And the good thing is you can always turn it back on. I can always click on it again and turn it back on at a later date. Now this one right here, this is the one that made a sale. So what I want to do also is I want to take that keyword, which obviously all my keywords are blocked right now, but I want to take that keyword, put it, either search for it manually or put it back into Publisher Rocket and try to get more keywords that are stemmed off of that. Because I can create another campaign with just those keywords and see if I can find other keywords that are similar to it that will convert into sales as well. Okay, so I'm going to go through the impressions to clicks. These are all great. Even this one, it's still better than one for every 1,000. So that's good. It's just not converting to sales. This one did amazing because I got 8 clicks in 2,000. That's like 1 out of every 250 impressions. So that's wonderful. And it converted to a sale. And like I said, I'd like to get 1 sale for every 10 clicks. And I got 1 sale for 8 clicks. So this is a really, really good keyword. So again, I'm going to take this keyword, I'm going to put it into Publisher Rocket, and I'm going to try to get more variations of it to try to get even more profitable keywords. Now, if I look at the word and I'm like, okay, this should be shown more than 2,000 times, then I might consider upping my bid just by 1 or 2 pennies. I don't up it more than that. So then we're going to scroll down. This one's still getting an amazing click through, but it's not really getting a lot of sales. But I mean, it's cost me 41 cents, so I'll let this one slide for now. Because like I said, it's not really getting a lot of impressions. I might actually up the bid on this one as well, just to try to get more impressions and try to get better information. Because obviously it's all about data. So if I don't have 1,000 impressions, I don't have enough to make an educated decision. I want to try to up this a little bit and see if I can maybe get a bit more data to work with. Okay, this one, again, I mean, it's getting clicks, it's just not getting sales. I'll probably give this one a few more days, and then if it doesn't convert, I'll turn it off. This one I need more impressions, so I'll probably up that 2 or 3 cents. Now, if you have ones that are just not getting impressions, that's the other thing. So I'm going to sort on impressions, and I want to look at these. These are ones that have never been seen. What I want to do is look at these words and see if they really are relevant. Because if they're relevant and there's no impressions, typically that means I'm not bidding enough. So again, I will up it probably 2 cents. I'll give it maybe a week or 2, because sometimes it takes a while for the ads to just really start kicking in. This one is actually recommending that I pay 44 cents, which I'm not going to come anywhere near that for that keyword, because it's similar to my book, but it's not enough to where I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what my book is. Now, if I find a word that's in here that is spot on to what my book is, then I may go close to what they're asking. But like, I would never go to $1. No way. At least not in this particular niche. You want to go in and check your ads at least once a day. Make sure that it's within your budget and that you're not spending a lot of money, that kind of thing. Obviously, if you see that you're spending more money than you want to pause it, and you want to come in here and really start trimming these keywords. But it's more than just trimming the keywords. Like I said before, it's taking the ones that are working and trying to get more variations on that. So basically, you're taking what's not working and you want to pause those, take what is working and double down on those. Double down not meaning increase your bid, but double down meaning find more keywords that are similar to that and do a new ad with those keywords. Or you can literally just add new keywords right in here and see how those work on this particular ad. Now, if you're not doing a keyword ad and you're doing a product ad or something like that, it's the same thing, but it's going to be based on product instead of based on keywords. If you find a product that's working really well, then you want to double down and find multiple products that are similar to that one, because it could turn into better sales for you. And in the end, what you'll end up happening is really streamline ads with high performing keywords or high performing products, probably once a month. these ads will die down and you'll have to create a new one, but you're always going to be more and more efficient. So when you first start out, your ads might lose money, and that's okay because it's all about learning. But once you stick with it and you trim your keywords and double down on keywords that are being profitable, your Amazon ads will be becoming profitable in no time. Now, you may be running ads to your fiction and nonfiction books, but should you run ads to no content books? Check out this video right here, and I will help you decide if you should be running ads to your low and no content books, even puzzle books. Or you can check out this video that YouTube picked out and they think you'll love. I'll catch you in the next video, and remember to write right.